Good morning from beautiful downtown Tampa, Florida, where Dragon TV is locked in on our Crazy 8 morning show competition.
That's right. Our team has traveled all over Tampa to bring you just some of the best stories that we can find.
We have athletes prepping for their upcoming seasons and events, and a popular Tampa activity that keeps tourists coming in and residents truly locked in.
We also spotlight one Tampa local who's doing his best to share his passion throughout the world.
What's up, STN? I'm Graham Lewis.
And I'm Tucker Frazier, and this is Dragon TV. Basketball ended last week for Redwater in an upsetting playoff loss. While we hate seeing basketball come to an end, spring is finally here. And with that comes America's pastime, baseball.
The beautiful weather here in Tampa definitely has me ready for hot dogs and Cracker Jacks. But as excited as I am, Miller and Kale were even more excited.
When they found out that Tampa is home to the Yankees spring training, they just had to try and find out more.
Baseball spring training season is definitely here. Although these games don't count towards regular season standings, the excitement is definitely building fast. The fans and the grounds crew around here are already locked in for this upcoming season. Dragon TV is here in Tampa Bay to show you how Steinbrenner Stadium gets prepared for the upcoming baseball season.
My name is Sean O'Brien. I'm one of the clubhouse assistants up in New York on the home side. So with the preparation of getting ready to come down to Tampa, there's a lot that goes into it. From early January, right after January 1st hits, that's when we start to get everything ready to get down here to Tampa as a whole staff. From the head guys to all the assistants, we get uniforms, we get all the apparel ready. Like, there's a lot that goes into it.
Beer, water, hard seltzer.
It's always nice to watch Aaron Judge play well, but I like Jazz Chisholm as well. He always brings something to the team.
I'm Jack Montiel. I'm a clubhouse assistant over here in Tampa, Florida. It's a cool experience, getting to meet all the players firsthand and then watching them on TV, seeing them use that gear, and know that you played a part in that. It's a really cool experience. Personally, every day when I come in to get locked in, I know that this job is beyond me, and it's on national television, so everyone's watching. It's a big moment for everyone, for Yankee fans, for Major League Baseball fans, and for little kids watching their heroes play. So I take pride in that and make sure all the equipment is set up and everything's good to go and everything's professional in the Yankee way and how pinstripes should be worn.
I'm Miller Witt, reporting for Dragon TV here at Steinbrenner Stadium.
I'm not really a Yankees fan, but that's still really cool.
Yeah, me neither. The only way that could have been more awesome is if it was the Rangers playing.
I agree. That's really cool to see how professionals prepare for their upcoming seasons, especially at that level.
We have athletes of our own preparing for an upcoming event as well. Some of them have even traveled to Tampa as a part of DTV.
Here's a look at how our fellow DTV members are staying locked in for their competition, even while traveling.
Travel doesn't stop powerlifters, it tests them. Redwater powerlifters Dylan Feaster and Tucker Frazier must stay locked in while attending STN.
So the biggest difference would probably be that I don't have the equipment that I need to do the workouts that I have been doing, whereas now I'm having to modify those workouts. I listen to Christian music before every lift that I do. I would say it is harder to get locked in outside my normal environment because whenever I'm in my normal environment, I have my powerlifting coach that's keeping me locked in. He's making sure I'm doing all my reps I'm supposed to, whereas here, it's my own accountability. I have to do everything myself.
The regional powerlifting meet starts only 2 days after these two return from Tampa, and their consistency will be key, even without the proper equipment and motivation.
It's a big difference because the hotel gyms and other gyms don't have as much equipment, so it's harder to fit my workout into it because I end up not getting the results that I want to. Most of the time I'll bring my headphones or I'll bring my phone with me so I can either play music out loud or through my headphones, so it kind of reminds me of where I usually live, so I don't feel like I'm in a different place. where I'm from, I have a lot of people that motivate me and keep me to enjoy lifting weights. But whenever I come to a new location or a new gym, I don't have those people anymore, so I'm stuck with my own thoughts. So it's a lot harder to get motivated and get the same results.
For DTV at STN in Tampa, I'm Whitley Rainey.
Have you ever wondered what the ultimate escape room experience is? Well, in our next piece, Ella welcomes us to downtown Tampa's greatest escape room experience, where contestants have a 0% chance of escape.
Every year, local residents and tourists cruise in to Tampa's ultimate escape room, the Florida Aquarium.
But not every resident planned to be here. Some were simply headed somewhere else and were brought in hook, line, and sinker.
Listen, all I meant to do was go to the cruise ship. You make one left turn, you end up in this room, and it's not even safe. There's a shark right there. They put me in the same room with a shark.
I've been here for 47 years, and I'm starting to think there's just no way out.
While some have given up trying to escape, others seem to just think it's all a game.
We don't mind the walls. There's always time to play. Help me. Save us.
For DTV at STN in Tampa, I'm Ella Godwin reporting, and I'm going to try to find my way out of here.
In our final story, Caitlin, Addison, Emerson, and Whitley went looking for an actual escape room to try out, but wound up finding a man with a focus on telling others about the gospel.
Here they are with what they are calling Locked In with Jesus.
In the bustling area of downtown Tampa, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important in life. But for Tom Floyd, every day is an opportunity to share his faith and to remind others where to put their focus every day in their life.
I'm an evangelist, so I'm not a pastor or a preacher. Well, I have preached, but primarily I'm an evangelist. So whether it's a group of 100 or a group of 4 or 1, I like to tell people about Christ. You know, a lot of people don't want to talk about God, and I don't understand that now. I'm sure at one time I did. When I was in the Marine Corps, I didn't want to talk to anyone about God. I don't know that I believed, but I didn't want to be a part of it. And that's still true in some cases. People don't want to talk to you about God, particularly a stranger walking down the sidewalk. So maybe if they'll take this and read this, the gospel of Christ, God will open their hearts, God will open their eyes, and maybe, just maybe, they'll stumble into a church or start reading a Bible and maybe, just maybe, come to Christ.
Reporting for DTV at STN in Tampa, I'm Caitlin Cross.
It's definitely been a crazy 8 hours for us here in Tampa.
Thanks for tuning in, and as always, it's a great day to be a dragon.
For this in particular woman, being a part of her church is more than just attending Sunday services. It serves as a foundation for her commitment to helping the homeless in her community. This is how her interest has grown into a meaningful impact on those in need.
If you look around in your life, you can't help but see people that need help. There are people on the streets, there are people wheeling grocery carts, in the street, there are people camped out on the sidewalks, and those of us who have been blessed in life feel the need sometimes to give back and to make sure that other people have some blessings in their life. So when we found out that our church had this homeless ministry program, we decided to explore it and became involved. And it's a gratifying experience, hopefully. As I think you all are interested in the impacts, and we're not always sure about what impact we have on people, but at least we know that they're not going to be hungry for a few hours.
This particular feeding at St. Andrew's Church is sponsored by Metropolitan Ministries. They donate the food. This feeds almost all the homeless people downtown every afternoon, Monday through Friday. It has been a godsend for me. Not only for the food, I've met some outstanding people. So when you talk to somebody and you're not talking to other homeless people, you feel like you're a part of the world again.
Often has a side effect of helping the person that's involved. And through this, We do, as I said, feel gratification that we are helping people get a meal. But also, we've discovered people in our church that have become involved, and we've interacted with them and found commonalities and friendships, and it's enriched our lives as well.
Through small acts of service, she really is making a difference, proving that when passion turns into action, lives can change. Reporting for DTV at STN in Tampa, I'm Whitley Rainey.
I think people visiting Tampa will be surprised to see both our embracing of our waterfront, which is in a way the environment, right? We have the Hillsborough River and the bay, and you can't get around town without seeing them in some form. The bay goes all the way around, so I think you're going to be able to see water in almost every place you visit, even if you're in a downtown environment or even in a residential neighborhood. So I think people would be surprised to do that. There's also a lot of pocket parks throughout the neighborhood, so usually every neighborhood will have at least one or two with playgrounds and spaces. And a fun fact is Tampa has the largest urban tree canopy in all the world. We preserve that very well. And that is seen throughout the entire neighborhoods when you drive around. Tampa has invested in the last 15 to 20 years in green space. One behind me is an urban condition, which is called Curtis Hickson Park. It was built in around the early 2010s, and it changed downtown and people's perception of it forever. And so now it is the home to many public events that utilize the green space. And then it's at the kind of front door of the Tampa Riverwalk, which is a linear public trail along our Hillsborough River, and that's 2.4 miles. So really, when people are coming to this downtown, there's a concrete jungle around us, but everyone's out here doing something for recreation. Everyone's running, walking, they have strollers, bikes, and then big events. So while it is hardscape, it is a big public space, especially that Riverwalk.
Every day I try to get outside in this beautiful environment. I mean, the streets are so clean, everything is so beautiful about this environment. It's motivating when you have a city around you that's super clean and well upkept. You know, you want to spend a lot of time outside in the community, meet a lot of people, you know, that also love it around here. Everyone I know looks at Tampa, they come here, whether they move here or they go to school here, they never really want to go back.
And then what happens too is it becomes an economic development engine. So we think of parks as free, and it's just something that is paid for by the city. But the events and the activities that happen in parks in urban environments encourage a lot of economic growth and spending. Buying, a bottle of water, going to a food booth or a vendor, sitting outside and having a glass of wine at an outdoor restaurant. All those things happen because of the parks and public spaces, not instead of. They actually help bring people to spend money and help a downtown grow. I think the City of Tampa's greenery and their public spaces do give us a special identity. Obviously, that urban tree canopy is physically green, but also I think it challenges some of the assumptions people have about Florida, that it's just palm trees. You see a big diversity of greenery, including mangroves at the water, big oak trees in some of the neighborhoods. It's not just palm trees, which a lot of folks think is Florida only. So it challenges that a little bit.
Downtown Tampa is booming with new apartments and businesses, but some residents say the rising cost and the daily life are rising just as fast.
It's made it very challenging to find affordable housing because it's extremely expensive to rent or buy any real estate down here in Tampa. It's just a hotbed of costs.
I think the good news is there's a lot of options out there. I mean, we're seeing some of these condo buildings, some of these apartment buildings going up, so there's going to be a lot of inventory for people to live in, but a lot of that is a younger demographic.
Many say it's tough to afford downtown living without making a lot of money.
It's tough when you're not making a whole lot of money coming out of school and you want to live downtown. So I think the problem is the economy has adjusted how renters can get an apartment or get a condo. That's tough for them because everything is expensive right now, and I think that's really due to the economy.
The Tampa area is very expensive, so when you go out for dining or activities, it's always at a significant cost.
But many say that despite higher expenses, Tampa has a lot to offer. and visitors and new residents alike are bound to enjoy the city.
If you come to Tampa, you're going to love it because you look around, you see buildings going up, you see popular sports teams, you see universities that are just crushing it. So if you're looking for a place to live, this is the place to be.
I think Tampa is becoming more and more of a travel destination, and therefore the costs are being overly inflated for those visiting, not for the residents.
As the city grows, who really benefits? And can the city stay affordable? Reporting in downtown Tampa, I'm Ella Godwin reporting.
We should probably just use the stairs.
Yeah.
It's taking too long. Weren't we already on floor 2?
Maybe our room was on floor 4. Let's just go.
Maybe. There's no way.
Nah.
We're still on the 2nd floor.
There's no way.
What are we gonna do? We're stuck here.
Oh. Why don't we just go try the elevator?
Why didn't we think of that before?
Man, I don't know. Let's go.
This is so weird.
Really weird.
Finally.
Maybe we'll finally get out of here.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, that was fast.
Finally,
yeah. You got to be kidding.
Everybody wants something in the world. But how far are you willing to go for it? Some go too far and never come back. Tonight, you'll learn what begins when you can't stop. It's only just begun.